Memphis Grizzlies are in trouble, and here's why. Ja Morant is to blame. And it's not for what he did in regards to the whole gun thing, and
which was stupid.
which is stupid. It's way before that. Ja Morant caused the Grizzlies to be in this position, and him alone. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes when you're as good as advertised, depending on where you go, that franchise will start to believe its own hype.
Right.
So, for example, Kansas City Chiefs, right? They think that they can be able to replace guys whenever they want to. Tyreek Hill leaves. We won a Super Bowl without him. It's fine. We don't necessarily need a great wide receiver core to figure it out. We can let Mecole Hardman go to the Jets. We can let this guy go here. It's the Kansas City way that's going to thrive over everything else. Well, newsflash, when you start to struggle, you need to go back and go get a Mecole Hardman. Why? Because talent matters.
Right.
So that's a team that's thinks too much, and they have too much hubris to be able to realize that this is not how building successful teams work. Going back to basketball now, Ja Morant came on the scene and exploded and was this pause.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Ja Morant came on and took the world by storm in regards to being this super athlete, being likable. You know, kids look up to him like he's a role model to these young kids. They love Ja Morant.
His Miss Dunks Mace
Right.
Sports Center.
Right. Exactly. Like, but what Memphis did was they embraced that culture and they started to allow the personality of the actual franchise change. Right? So you started to get more talking, more bravado, more overconfidence, while guys like Dylan Brooks and all these, anybody who wore a Grizzlies jersey just started talking.
Yeah.
Because even the coach, anybody that was a part of this organization started yapping because they believed the hype that was behind Ja Morant.
They got the swag.
And they believed that this could be able to be something that they can create an identity for. Well, now look where they are. Dylan Brooks is no longer there. Why? His attitude got too high for his ability.
And he's trash.
That's me saying that without having to say that.
No, I'm
right?
saying it for you. He's trash.
So he had to leave, right? He's now with the Rockets. Ja Morant suspended for X amount of games. You have Jalen Jackson that's there, Jaren Jackson that's there by himself. You have Steven Adams is out for the season with another knee injury, right? You have what's the other guy's name?
Baines.
Not Baines. Baines is there, but there's the other guy that tore his knee up or his Achilles. I can't remember. Brandon something.
Oh, Brandon Clark.
Brandon Clark.
Yeah.
Right? So all of these guys that they put together and now they're like a scrap unit.
Right.
It's because of Ja Morant. So how are they going to be able to reverse this? Well, they have to try to change the mindset of this franchise. They need to start to reverse course on their culture. Start going back to what made them that Grizzlies team that people liked back in the day. Gritty, hard nose, right? Respectful. There's a difference. You can have bravado, but you have to have some type of decorum about you. They didn't have any. So now you think anybody's going to feel sorry for the Memphis Grizzlies when they get their shit pushed in? No. Not at all. Not at all.
But then the old Grizzlies were different though, bro.
Yeah, they had class.
Tony Allen,
They had class.
Zebo.
They had hard workers,
Yeah.
gritty guys. Is
And
what I'm
dudes that
saying.
will knock you on your
Yeah,
ass.
that's what I'm saying. Like those guys weren't talkers,
Yeah, but they don't got that.
but they was like, listen, you come over here, we gonna see you.
It's gonna be a long night.
That's what I'm talking about. Is that you have more yappers now that ain't about it. Those guys back then were about it, but didn't talk.
Yeah.
It's because of the youth, but yeah, it's a culture thing, right?
Definitely.
But as an organization, you have to be the one to say, cool it out.
True.
Bring it in.
But then that's John Morant. He's putting seats in.
Hence why I said
his asses in seats, man.
It's his fault. That's why I said
it
it. That's why I came back to that. I said
it definitely is, but.
So you think Derrick Rose would be like a good addition as far as his mentor?
I agree. I believe that.
He
I believe
can.
that. I believe he can.
But that's only if he wants to listen.
Well, that's true too.
Anybody could be a great mentor, but if the person that you're mentoring doesn't listen or doesn't care, it's not gonna work.
Right.
That shit ain't gonna work at all.
Right.
Marcus Smart should help him too. Like
veteran.
He got people. He got people there now. It's just it's like you said, the youth definite. It's Memphis and it's him.
Yep.
But then you can't really say him. It's really the organization, like you said.
It's both. It's both. It's definitely both. Because if he changes, then the organization has no choice but to change.
Yeah. But
you know what I'm saying? It goes hand in hand.
He's gonna be as you know who he reminds me of? And it's not who you think. He reminds me of Isaiah Ryder for some reason.
Good point.
Or Ricky Davis.
I like it.
You feel what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like he kind of gives me the Gilbert vibes, but Gilbert was underrated like him. Like
Gilbert was a
crazy.
dog.